Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I want to talk to you today about how to build your faith in what God promised you. So for my God-ordained spouses who are standing for this God-ordained love story to come together by God, I want to speak to you because for some of you, this stance could be a long time for you. It may have been several years, right? And you might be starting to lose a little hope. And so I want to speak to you today on how to build your faith, how you could just move into that space of just staying hopeful, knowing that if God promised it to you, he's going to do it. Okay, so number one, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1, it tells us that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now, I want you to focus in on the word evidence, because evidence is the very thing God will use to show you how he is moving according to your prayers, right? So evidence shows up, God might, you would pray to God concerning whatever it is you want to see happen in this particular situation. And so evidence, God would lead you to see your prayers being answered right before your eyes, right? So that is evidence, okay? And the reason why God shows us evidence, he allows us to see evidence, is because God already know. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. So if he doesn't, allow you to see how he is moving on your behalf, you're going to start feeling hopeless, right? You're going to start questioning and wondering, God, did you even hear my prayers? Are you even moving on my behalf? And if you never hear anything, you're going to give up. And so God say, no, I don't want you to give up. I need you to stay in a state of, being hopeful, believing, having faith in God that if he said it, he's going to do it. If you prayed about it and it's according to his will, he's going to move on your behalf. So he would use evidence to encourage your spirit, okay? So I want you to be looking for evidence during this time while you are standing and praying for God to, just do a new thing in his love story and bring it back together bigger, better, and stronger. The second way how you could begin to build your faith in what God promised you, it tells us in the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 17. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of God, right? So I looked up the definition for hear, right? And I couldn't help but take a look at the synonyms. I like to look at the synonyms for a word because that's how God, that's another way how God begins to speak to me. And so some of the synonyms for the word hear are discern, perceive, make out, and take in. Now, yes, like this verse says, so faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of God. So yes, when you are reading the Bible, it can encourage you. It can build your faith, because sometimes when we are reading the Bible, God will locate you in certain stories in the Bible and begin to speak to you, concerning your situation, right? But when I read the synonyms, discern, perceive, make out, take in, it caused me to think of Isaiah 43, verse 19, where it says, see, I am doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Understand that God is doing a new thing, not only in you, but also in your prodigal spouse and this God-ordained love story, okay? And so you have to begin to tap into the spirit and ask yourself, what am I perceiving right now? What am I discerning right now, right? Sometimes we can hear with our eyes. What are you taking in? What is God showing you during this time? Because again, we don't always focus in on what am I hearing. No, what is God showing you? What are you picking up in the spirit? What is, how is God speaking to you in your dreams? Because all of these things are ways how God communicates with us so that we can keep our faith in God, okay? So what are you discerning that God is doing in this season? Maybe for you, a shift has taken place. Maybe God has been speaking to you, how he's maturing you, how he's expanding you, how he is growing you, right? How this might be your harvest season, right? Maybe God just been speaking to you concerning a certain word. So whatever it is, take hold of that word and begin to pray that word through. Okay, this is how we begin to build our faith. The third way how you build your faith is you want to get around like-minded individuals who are also standing for, their God-ordained love story. Because let's be honest, when we share these stories with family and friends, because they never heard of this, because they never heard of God choosing people's spouses, they are quick to move into doubt. So you don't want to continue to talk to them. You want to begin to seek out like-minded individuals and listen to their testimonies. Okay, listen to how God, turned their situation around for the better. Begin to, listen to how God took a prodigal husband and returned him back home. He restored him. He changed him. And now this prodigal husband is preaching the word of God. Now he's loving on his wife, right? You want to get in this, you want to get in the atmosphere where you are around like-minded individuals. They believe on the same level you are believing on, and they are sharing, what God is saying to them, what he is speaking to them, how he is moving on their behalf, and just hearing their testimony, because it's going to keep your spirit encouraged, because you're going to say to yourself, if God did it for them, he will do it for me. Okay, so that is it. Those are the 3 ways on how to build your faith in what God promised you. Let me know down in the comment section which one resonated with you, and what is God speaking to you during this season. I am Tequila Coleman. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a positive comment. I'll talk to you real soon. Take care.